But yeah, if you wanna create a pyramid of from more stupid to more intelligent way to prioritize things, you start from your soup of security name, SaaS, SCA, DAS, pen test. So those are your scanner, and this is the raw data that the scanner gives you of, hey, you have a critical. It's non-contextualized, you don't have any logic around it. And I can't talk as fast as my slides, but yeah. The second level is how important is the application or the system where this particular problem manifests, how likely it is that this particular vulnerability appear. Do you have evidence of actual exploitation, the things that we just discussed? What is the likelihood of this particular problem to be exploited in this particular system, in this particular area? And the last part is the contextual area and the reachability analysis they're going to talk in a second. But to answer your question before, this is the system, or this is a normal application and how it gets built and how it migrate in terms of state. You have a bunch of folks in here that develop application, write Kubernetes or Docker files, write infrastructure as a code. This is your modern cloud security companies. They write a bunch of code, and that bunch of code span up and create assets. It can be a software asset, it can be an application that is actually a composition of your build file, your website, your API endpoint, and your code that runs behind it. That gets built inside container. Now, container is not just one entity, but it's a collection of things. It's an operating system, well, it's a VM, it's an operating system, and the application that runs on it. For simplicity of things, we're gonna just think about this in two ways. The application that gets built inside it and the operating system that support it. And then those things get shipped inside a bunch of other cloud assets. Now, unfortunately, the people that maintain this side of the world doesn't talk to the people that maintain that side of the world. And that's the challenge that we have. So when you ask, hey, is my container secure? I don't know. I don't know what software runs in it. Who owns it? I don't know. I own this part of the world, but for them, it's basically a dark area. And then if you ask these things, is your application secure? Those are the four concepts: attribution, lineage, code to cloud, reachability, that you need to know or you need to build. And these are the things that we focus in Phoenix to build a complete picture of risk. And to say, focus on this, don't focus on this. Prioritizing is one of the hardest things because it's easy to say that's an important problem, but it's difficult to say that's the important problem to focus on and don't focus on this other one. Because you take the responsibility to say yes to this and no to that. Well, if you're a scanner, you just say there's a problem. You figure out if it's important for you. We try to go and do the hard things first because that's a good engineering. So this is one of the things that we did, for example, with Phoenix, to try to help engineering to identify which app is deployed where and which container is running in which app. We don't call it dark magic, we call it AI.